Welcome back to the Go Deeper podcast. Today we are going to talk about what do friendships look like in adulthood. And I believe this is something that we all learn the hard way unless people really talk to us about it in our 20s. But I think there's a defining moment that happens in your 20s. I believe when you're like our kids' age, you think that you're going to have the same friends forever. And we have a handful of those people in our life. But what do you feel like happened to you in your 20s?
I started really growing the business or I think just growing Steven. And Growing up, yeah. And people went their different directions. Not because anything bad happened. Let's just say we were all having fun partying at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. By that point, when you were meeting me shortly after that, I was kind of transitioning out of that. And some people kept doing that. Well, of course, as you know, I cannot continue to go down that road if I'm working 16 hours a day. Once in a while, it's cool. Hey, let's hang out. But you know as well as I do, that's not the route that a successful business person can go.
Well, believe it or not, I'm a little bit older than you.
I didn't know.
And when I met you, I was 24. I had already started to change my circle around me. And I remember when I met you, one of the first things, being a little bit older, probably being a girl and a little bit more mature, was you're in the wrong circle if you're trying to become this person. And I think what you figure out in your 20s is there is a season of separation that you have. There are people that get married and have kids right away. And if you are single like you and I were, those are no longer your people anymore. And that's okay. You love them, but you allow them to be a married couple.
Sure, of course.
People start having children. I mean, we even went through this well into almost our late 30s. All of our friends had kids. We didn't. We had to start hanging out with older people.
So we basically, we could go out to dinner anytime we want. We don't have children yet, but they all have small kids.
Yeah.
So we went through that transition, and now...
And then the role reversed.
We're older.
Yeah.
And we have 2 munchkins, and we have to do a lot of things with family that now...
Where all of our other friends, their kids are graduated and grown. So adulthood and friendships looks very different. I would say every 5 years it kind of changes. Sure. I think you start to gravitate either towards people that you're very much alike business-wise or in your business. We say all the time, like us on the team, we don't really have that much of a huge desire to have like girl time because we have it all the time in the business. So I think you, either start to hang out with people that are very similar to you because you do business together or you're in business together, or you start being friends with the people of your children's friends that you align with, that you have similarities with. But we continue to go through like these separation seasons, and some of it's just because we want to grow. Sure. If you're in a place of wanting to grow, you're going to lose some people. And that's something nobody ever tells you when you're like a teenager into your 20s. It's hard because you're like, she's still my friend. But then you go back and hang out and we're like, we don't have anything in common anymore.
And I've
outgrown you.
There's a divide.
There's a divide.
If you are, and this can be honestly in family, this can be in friendships.
This can happen in a marriage if you're not careful.
Absolutely. If I'm very successful and Amber's a stay-at-home mom, I've seen it happen with friends. There starts being a divide that
if the stay-at-home
mom, jealousy.
Well, I think she's just not
fulfilled
and or given the opportunity or told you need to have a life outside the home.
Yeah.
But we also have to have a life together.
Sure.
And I see it oftentimes in marriages is you're going to the gym and you have your little friend group over here. You're going over here and you have your friend group over here, but there's no togetherness. And even I said to one of Sophia's best friend, her parents, we both get along with well. And I think that's hard to find. Yeah. And it's something I'm very grateful for. But when you become a married couple, I think it's very oftentimes hard for the wives to be similar and the husbands to be similar. We've had friendships where like you connect more to the man and I push myself to have relationships with the women, but I'm not a fake person. I'm not a girl who's just going to be hanging out with girls.
Sure.
I want you to have the same values, a little bit of the same substance. Like I want to talk to you about what are your dreams? What are your goals? What are you learning at church? How are your kids? What does your business look like? What's your vision board look like? All those things. And vice versa. I've had friends that I'm friends with that you don't connect with the men. And that's hard too. So I think adult friendships are harder. They're harder because people that you've known your whole life are still your friends, but you grow apart and don't have similarities with them anymore. And that's okay.
Absolutely.
Staying in the wrong friend circle can limit your life.
It's almost like I was not in college, but you're being in a college frat. You're doing
Yeah.
some crazy shit at 21 years old. And you're probably not the same person at 30 anymore. And that's okay. You can still love those guys from
Yep.
afar and still hang out once in a while.
But you have to become protective of yourself.
Right.
And you have to remember the 5 people that you spend the most time with are who you're going to become.
Right.
And you have to constantly ask yourself that. I do the same for me. Who are the 5 people in my life that I need in my life? And who are the 5 people I should eliminate out of my life? And maybe there's not 5, maybe there's 1 or 2. But you have to constantly be auditing your circle if you're wanting to elevate and grow yourself. But also if you just want to live aligned with your values, one bad apple can make you the next bad apple.
Absolutely.
And vice versa. One good can make you the next good. And you need to just make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people you want to be like.
Well, I think, too, what is most important is your significant other.
Yeah.
I mean, would you not agree?
100%.
So I think it's far greater than, just who is my friends. Don't get me wrong. We've got single friends.
Right. But you're not your best self if we're not good.
No, I'm not. Or how many times have I been irritated with you and looked at you as like, babe, you don't want to do this? Like, I sincerely, if we're going somewhere, want you to want to go to be a part of it or whatever. If you don't, that's going to bring me down to the point where, like, I don't want to force you to do anything. That's just not what life is. And, going to a
But
real estate.
I also have to speak up sometimes and say that. And I don't always do that.
Well, but like, even like.
And then I carry it and then I'm like, he don't understand how I'm feeling. But you can be that way with friends too.
Right.
You cannot understand or communicate at a high level and it bridges a gap in friendship. It takes so much more effort when you have busy lives with children, with busy lives, to have friends when you get older.
Well, the time.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, we're filming.
Yeah.
We're
leaving here. You're going to the gym. I'm taking the kids
practice,
home to change for football and cheer.
We've got Jamboree Saturday. We've got speaking event, bodybuilding Saturday. I mean,
church Sunday. Like, there's not much
when do we have time?
And this may not be right. This may not be healthy. But if you're on the pathway for wanting to grow your life to the next level, you're going to have seasons where there's no time for friendship.
Yeah.
And you have to have people in your world that are okay with that honestly support you. And I've had my friends say to me, like, I know you're doing this, this, and this. I know you're in a busy season. I'm over here cheering you on. You need people in your life like that.
Absolutely.
Versus somebody calling you like, oh, girl, you ain't called me today. Like, the one thing I do not tolerate is a needy girlfriend. I do not have time for you.
I don't either.
I don't want you in my life. You drain me. You wear me out. But there are so many women who have nothing but needy girlfriends that have a lot of time on their plate.
Too much time on your hands.
You're not living according to your God-given purpose if you have that much time to do all the things.
You know
I'm
this.
here to tell you that.
Some of the people when we're out of state or out of town that we hang out with, we see 3-4 times a year, maybe, if we're lucky. And the second we see each other, it's like we've seen each other every day for 10 years.
Because you're aligned.
Right.
You have a similar mindset.
Right.
You have stuff in common. We have similar energy. And we're focused on achieving whatever it is we have each inside of us to achieve.
We can go hang out for 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
And
and then not speak for months.
And then not speak. And nobody takes offense.
Pick it right back up.
And then I'll tell you another thing. I can't stand, and this has happened before, many, many years ago, when you're friends with these people, but you're going out to eat dinner randomly with this other people. And these people get mad. I can't believe you didn't invite me over here. Me and Amber has never tolerated with that. And we don't hang out with anybody who is like, me and you could care less if we didn't get invited over here.
Sometimes I don't want invited.
Yeah,
I am such a huge believer in protecting your
but
energy.
not even just that. Here's the thing. How many times, and you know this, over the years, we've been at a restaurant. I remember being in Graham that one night, and we are going with one couple to watch UFC, and our friends are in there by themselves. Hey, what are y'all doing? We're going back. Y'all want to come to our house? And then there's like 15 people at our house because the stars just aligned. But if anybody would have saw something like that, they would have thought we had this big party planned. We didn't invite them. We didn't even have a thought of having a party. That was one couple. And so sometimes you're judging something like that and not really knowing how it happened.
I think it comes back to people that are insecure allow things like that to bother them.
I agree.
I think if you're secure in who you are, if you're focused on where you're going in life, you don't let stuff like that bug you.
Sure.
And I'm just a huge believer in your energy is everything. And you either have people pouring into you with the energy you need to create the life you want, or you have people that are sucking the life out of you and they derail you from where you're supposed to be going. But you have to protect yourself. There is nobody in this world that's going to protect that.
Well, that's
but
where
you.
I think being busy is good.
Yeah.
Me and you love being busy.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't have kids, I guarantee we would be traveling. We would be doing.
We would not be as productive as we are if we didn't have kids, though.
Right, but well, here's
We're
the
too
thing.
easily distracted.
People ask us this all the time. How do you do it? We just do it. Did I have time to film today? No.
But here we are.
But here I am. I'm going to have 100 phone calls to make, text, all these things. I was supposed to be on a Zoom an hour ago. I've got to do all these things that I'm going to. So I've already texted the person being like, hey, I'll call you as soon as I can.
But there's something to say about that. You're staying true and committed to the life that you want to live.
Right.
And this is where a lot of people fail in adult friendship. You start to, I would say, allow all your friends to run your life.
Mm-hmm.
And all that does is it creates negative energy. It drains you. It sucks the life out of you. It distracts you. It interferes with your marriage. It interferes with your work life.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing I ever see is when people come to work and they're dealing with outside friend BS. You're here to work. Work when you're supposed to work. Be with your husband when you're supposed to be with your husband. Be with your kids when you're supposed to be with your kids. Your friends are great. They should not be a priority or the dominant thing in your life. And if they are, you're not living according to your purpose or your focus.
Amber knows this. There's one thing, and I tell everybody this. I'm like, listen, if my kids have a game or anything, $1 million deal, I am not stopping. You got to give me 1 hour. I got to go to that game, and then I'll meet you. Practice a little different, but at the end of the day, that is something that I want to be there. If at all possible, we're in this situation this Saturday, I'm going to that game at first. I will leave early if I got to, but I'm showing up no matter what. And that's where I think being true to yourself, being purposeful, because that's what's important to me. That's where I need to be.
That's what fulfills you and makes you whole as a person.
Right.
The one other point I really wanted to make was this. You can get so bogged down by the people that you surround yourself with that you lose sight of who you are as a person.
I agree.
You can very much become who you surround yourself with and not even realize who you're surrounding yourself with. Mm-hmm. And your spouse, a good friend of yours, I've even seen friends do it with other friend groups. You need to have the right people in your life that call you out on your stuff. The people that love you, the people that are your true friends, are not afraid to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Mm-hmm. And that's people that truly love you and are looking out for your best interest. And those are the people that you should befriend and keep in your life, are the people that show up when nobody else does.
Sure.
They're the people that call you out on this stuff that everybody else is afraid to. The people that pour into your life, or really just know when you're silent. I think some of my best friends know when I'm silent and know when I'm struggling, and I haven't even said anything to them, and they reach out to me. You've had that happen too.
Absolutely.
God lays it on their heart to reach out to you. And then you need to be that friend too. Mm-hmm. I think the best way to grow true friendships is to be a good friend to other people first.
I agree.
And take the time and make the effort. Are friends a priority in our life? No. Is it something that we could get better at? Yes. but we're selective and we're protected. And that means more to me than having a huge group of friends. You and I both have always been the type of people that have a handful of good, true, loyal people in our life.
I've just never been the guy that rolled out with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And you know that. You wasn't either.
No.
Amber's never
that drains me.
The person that's got like 10 girlfriends.
No.
That they're and listen, just so everybody knows, there is nothing wrong with that.
No, but there is something wrong with it when those people are affecting you in your life.
Absolutely. And we touched on that in another podcast.
Yeah. And
I agree.
I'm just a person, and you are too. We go deep with people. We want to make sure we align with you. We want to make sure that we can trust you. We want to make sure that you're good and influential and positive in our children's life and in our life. And if you don't check all those boxes, you're not in our circle.
Well, I believe we've came back.
And I love you.
We've came back from places before, and we was around 20, 30 people where we were like, and it wasn't nothing. We was randomly invited there, and we went or whatever, and we were like, I don't know if we're going back.
Right.
And not that anything was wrong. Maybe it was just like not what we were into.
Right.
And that doesn't mean they're bad people.
No, not at all. I never judge people based upon where they're at.
Right.
If anything, there's sometimes I leave situations and that's all they know.
Right.
I pray for people. I try to pour into people like that. Like I'm the first person to probably like pour into people that I barely even know, because sometimes they need poured into.
But if somebody, and that's where I said before, don't judge a book by its cover. We've been to concerts before where somebody, if they saw me and you there and we're dead sober.
I mean, we've been to Jeezy, Super Jams. Like people would judge us and think we're crazy. But we just love good music.
Front row at Jeezy.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is if somebody saw us, they'd be like, well, what are y'all, that's happened before. What are y'all doing here?
Yeah, they'd judge us.
But yet, we still love to have fun, but so don't judge that we're there. We don't judge anybody for where they go.
We judge people based upon if they're good people or not.
Absolutely.
And the only people we let in our lives are people that align with us, people that bring us good energy, people that we can pour into, people that we just enjoy being around. You only live one life, and the people that you let in affect you more than absolutely almost anything in this world. And you have to be selective and protective. And
I think you also, we'll touch on this to wrap it up. I think you got to be selective who you let around your kids' life.
Oh, yeah.
Because our kids are sponges. And I only want good people around my children to give them knowledge or to give them grace or to give them the patience maybe that I don't have.
Even as a child, I remember looking back at maybe when I wasn't acting right and my parents had friends that called me on my stuff or that called my parents because they love me.
Absolutely.
Those are the type of people you want around your kids.
Right.
And you want around you too. Like love is found in some of the hardest moments when people are holding you most accountable. I think you can probably remember a coach in your life or a person in your life that was the hardest on you, but you love and respect the most.
Well, I saw it last night at football practice.
Absolutely.
You got 4 guys out there.
For free.
One with no children.
Yeah, never had children.
He's never had children. Coaching his heart out for the love of the game and most likely the love of helping kids.
Yeah.
Who he's loved in the community. I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah, everybody loves him.
And he coaches more how I was coached, hard-nosed, for a minute straight, telling them boys basically.
He's truth, and he's filling those boys with confidence.
But then he's giving them love after the situation, after he's hard on them.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. Beat them down to build them up. And we need more of that.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? We need more friends.
That's a podcast, Daniel.
Yeah. We need more of that.
In friends. There's too many fake people being friends right now, and all you're doing is bleeding on each other.
If I'm fucking up, excuse my language.
Yeah. You need to be called out on it. I need a friend.
Or this has happened many times at the gym. I have a grown man, let's just say in his 50s. I remember vividly one individual in particular talking to me about his wife over and over and over. Bad, bad, bad. And my exact words to him was, buddy, I think you need to look in the mirror and look at yourself. You should have saw his eyes look like he was looking at a ghost.
It's because you spoke truth over him.
And the reason I said that to him was maybe y'all's communication is so lost that your wife thinks the same thing about you that you're telling me about her.
A relationship is only going to be as good as the weakest link in that relationship. So if you're sitting here blaming a friend, a spouse, a coworker, you have to pick up your own weight first and say, what part do I have in this? How much am I contributing? How much am I pouring into? Am I bringing positive energy to the relationship?
Right. We're not all, me and you are not always positive energy.
No.
We're in funks.
I'm more so positive energy than you. No, but I can be in a funk too.
Right.
My funks are more quiet. You're more verbal.
The reason I'm saying this, no one's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
We're not perfect. We don't want anybody to think, and that's why we're doing this podcast, because there's so many mediocre people who are scared to say the shit that people need to hear. And I think we're at a point in our life that we're not scared anymore to let out the words out of our mouth, to walk into the room in a tank top or whatever. Judge me. I'm judged no matter where I go. So whether it's good or bad, judge me.
Well, and we can wrap this up here.
Okay.
There's so many people living fake lives.
I agree.
With fake friendships and fake relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an empty life to live.
Mm-hmm.
When you have good people around you that want the best for you, that speak words over you or speak hard truth over you, that's when you know you have good people in your world.
As you know, and I will end with these words as well, I don't like anything fake.
Nope.
What do we not do as our family?
Nothing. We don't buy fake stuff.
We don't buy fake.
We're who we are.
We don't wear fake gold. And it's not anything.
A lot of people cannot handle people not being fake, though.
Right. It's not. I don't put it in my mindset of something fake.
No.
And I've taught my kids that. I don't want. You save your money. You buy the real deal. You educate,
don't buy it at all.
or you don't buy it. You educate yourself to be the best. Don't try to be the best and fake it till you are the best. And these are just words that I live by. And I truly feel
it is. It's a truth you live by.
It is. I don't want fake friends. And I don't care if it's 3 friends, good friends, supportive, positive around me. Don't get me wrong. Everybody deals with some messed up stuff.
But you limit them. You limit that in your life.
Agreed. So if you like this podcast, we appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. We got a lot of good content on the way, and we will see you on the next one.